to know?
All right. So
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask for like your name and who you are and stuff like that, like a basic little bio kind of thing. And then I have
Cool.
uh, you don't have to go that in depth with who you are or anything like that. But after that
Okay,
I
yeah,
have after that I have like 5 questions and you can answer those and we can do
sure.
whatever else between that, like switching maps, showing maps, doing whatever like that. But
Awesome.
whenever you're ready for that, then we can start.
Okay, I will say I go by May on Ponytown and on all my other socials just for the sake of staying safe. So,
Okay,
uh
so
it's just like an alias.
mm-hmm. So May, you you host strip clubs in Ponytown, a horse game for people.
Yes, horse game.
How is that exactly? How long have you been doing it? How long have you been doing it? Like making
Oh
Ponytown
man,
strip clubs and hosting them and all that stuff. How long have you been part of the Ponytown strip club community, so to speak?
I'm trying to think how long it's been. Honestly, since Party Island became a thing.
Oh
So,
wow,
when was that? I think
that was a
2017
yeah,
or
that was a 2017 or 2018, one of those 2 years.
something like that.
Because I had actually
Yeah.
well, it had to have been in 2018 because so like if I do a count date here, you'll see that I joined technically in 2018, and Party Island wasn't a thing as of this date because I remember when they added it, so it had to have been after this date.
Okay. Then yeah, whenever Party Island became a thing and I realized, wait, I can build on here. What are people doing? And then I just started going around and like seeing what other people had done and I noticed that the strip clubs and stuff were getting like a lot of attention and I'm like, "Dang, I want to do that." So I started doing it and as uh as more features came out and whatnot, my building repertoire expanded, so I was like, "What can I do to make mine stand out?" And I just started coming up with all these different things. So, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. So,
Okay, so just for clarity's sake, do you mean you started when island editing was a thing, or just when Island was a thing? Like, because before you could only edit the house, and then later you could edit the island. So you started
right.
when the house was added.
Yeah, yes, I started when the house was added.
So you were using very small spaces then. So that's like,
Yes.
hard to do. There's got to be like some really crazy challenges that go into play when you do something like a strip club in Ponytown and you're limited to like I think it's like 16 by 13 or something like that is the size of the party
It was
house.
something
Like
like
that's
that.
that's
Yeah,
small.
I mean, I managed, but they weren't great. So,
Well, that's
but then
something
again,
that I have like
everyone
from the notes that I've been able to gather from going to a bunch of different strip clubs, because I have been at docks like a lot, just waiting for someone to be like, boop for strip club, and then going to it and then being like, all right, let's take a look, let's take some notes. And a lot of them are really big,
right.
so it's interesting to think of how small that would have been.
Oh yeah. It was certainly a challenge. Uh, I had been wanting access to the whole island to be able to build bigger stuff like this. Actually, ever since the house became available to build in, I was like, why don't they just go ahead and make it to where you can build outside? And then they did, and I was like, oh.
Okay.
But yes, I have been doing this for a very long time. So,
All right. My next question here is that what has inspired you in making strip clubs, and what can inspire me? What inspires you? What can inspire me for this kind of
okay,
genre of things?
so Right. As I said earlier, I the reason I initially got inspired was because of the popularity aspect. I was like, this is weird. So many people on here coming to these, like parties were always full whenever I would join.
Hmm.
And I was like, I want to do that. I don't really know why I wanted to, but I just did. So, there was that. And
Okay.
then sometime after that, I was like, "Man, this is really fun." And then I just started playing around and recently I just on a whim one day was like, "Man, I'm going to look up different clubs and like actually make one that resembles a real life club." And as I was searching for that kind of thing, all of these really beautiful like Vegas clubs and stuff were coming up and I'm like, this is really cool. And I don't know, I just felt like replicating it in horse game. So,
Okay, that's actually really good. I just wrote that down. Search up IRL clubs. That's good. You're giving me good knowledge here.
yes.
So, this one is one of the most important questions. This is something that's been bugging me for like the entire duration of like trying to think about this and take notes on this. What would you say
Okay.
is what would you say is a must for a strip club? What is the most important thing to add to strip clubs besides the poles, obviously? And also, what is the least used and most used in the strip clubs? So, for example, we have this really beautiful one here. Obviously, we've some of the viewers may have already seen this from other videos and stuff like that, but we have this
Hmm.
one here. This one, for example, what is the least used area, and why do you think it's the least used area?
Okay. The least used area. Uh, hmm. I don't know. These rooms down here don't get used that much. I honestly don't know why. Uh, it's probably because people prefer the rooms up top for obvious reasons. Uh, but I don't really know. I can't explain it because I don't know what's going on when someone comes to one of these and is like, "Man, what
Okay.
am I gonna do?" They kind of just sit around here. Uh, and then a must-have uh would definitely be the bar. Uh,
Yeah,
aside from obviously the poles and whatnot, but
I agree with the bar.
a bar is a huge thing because like I've noticed every time I host, people just flock to it.
Well, every strip club that I've went to, even the really awful ones, and the viewers at home will have seen this by now, but even the really awful ones that I've been to, they also have bars. Even if their bars are really terrible, and trust me, some of them are
Right.
really bad, but even those have bars. So I agree with that. Is there anything else though that you would
Right.
say is a must?
Uh, just lots of sitting space. And then the private rooms, of course, because people are gonna, role
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
and um and we don't want that going on like out in the open
Mhm.
because people do come here just to hang out with other
Well,
people, if that makes sense.
yeah, that's kind of
Uh,
what I come here for. It's just for the fun of it. I don't like
right.
the role
And
playing
I
aspect
host
of it.
these.
Hmm.
Right. And I host these just for fun.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, when people are like actually coming here to role play and whatnot, the private rooms and whatever pretty much have to be there, otherwise it's just gonna be a mess.
Okay. That's a very good note. That's very good. Um. Okay. Very good knowledge. Very good knowledge here. I'm gonna write that down as you answer this next question. Next question. This one's kind of simple, but it's very objective.
Okay.
what do you think makes a good strip club? Like, what makes your club good, or my club good, or some other person's club actually good? What makes it good?
Okay, this I have two different parts to my answer. So, one being from the perspective that I am a designer, and I think aesthetics are very important in anything. Uh, I think color choice is a huge part of it. Uh, and overall, if you have like a bunch of clashing colors, it's not going to look right. Versus if you have two or three that really go well together, uh, that's going to make your club stand out from others. And then my second part uh, is just as a ponytown player, and the ones I go to. The best ones just have a lot of different options. And what I mean like that is like with this one, you have the different types of rooms, and uh, then there's the main bit in the center. Uh, and there's just all these different places you can go and explore and hang out and whatever. It just it makes it more diverse and there's more to do.
Okay, I'll write that down now. Diversity. That's a good one. So, essentially, my final question here is literally just, do you have any final tips? Because I am going to essentially take what you've just told me, as well as all the other notes and stuff that I've taken from seeing other strip clubs, and try to make my own. And I'm going to try to make it the best strip club, like using the best of every strip club I've seen. What is your tip for me, since I have not much experience with that?
Well, once again, aesthetics are very important. So pick two or three colors, and make a palette before you start. That's what I typically do. Do you mind if I switch the map real quick?
Yeah, you can switch. You can switch the map.
Okay, so this one is one that I made most recently.
Okay, yeah, I can
Uh,
see the color palette
and
immediately.
right, I had some help by a few other people with this one. But I set up the palette before we even started building. So I kind of knew what I was going for. Because things can sometimes get muddy if you don't really have any direction at all.
Yes.
Uh, so I'd say set up your palette beforehand. And then my other tip is to have what I like to call the staff house, which is up here.
Staff house.
Yes. So,
Oh, like a house. House.
yes, essentially. So, uh, this is just considered like the kitchen and whatever,
Mm-hmm.
because there is food and whatnot. And then I forget why I did all this up here. Probably just as more space. But down here,
The
as close
sauna.
as I could get to like a laundry room.
Oh, a
I don't
laundry
know.
room.
I just thought
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I get that
Yeah,
now.
I just thought it was funny.
I thought sauna
So
immediately for some reason.
I mean, I guess it could be that too. um, but yeah. Anyway, so I just like to have this. Of course, other people are gonna come in here, but like,
Yeah.
it's just another role play aspect that makes things more diverse, I guess. So
Yeah, I see.
those are really the two biggest things. So,
And unfortunately, unfortunately for me, I don't think I can do the staff house thing, at least not in the same way that you did, because I have a lot of maps, obviously, because I'm tier 3 supporter, but I don't have enough
right.
slots to have a house slot and, you know, the club, and then everything else I have, because I have some islands that I can't get rid of, and other islands that I need to hold on to for just a little bit longer.
Gotcha, gotcha.
But
You could
that is very good. Anyone watching
you
needs
could
to
always
take a note of that, and I could always put it like outside somewhere.
right, just make like a separate building or like
Mm-hmm.
a separate room.
Prism. I like this as an idea.
This
Sign.
actually, I cannot take credit for the idea of this. I
Okay.
did build this, but the idea came from another club that I had seen. I forget who built it, but this was not my original idea. The name and stuff obviously is, but
Mm-hmm.
not the whole like floating plate thing.
Okay. And I don't know. I don't know what else. I really don't know what else to ask or say. I think I'm as prepared as I can possibly be. Um,
Awesome.
do you have any, like, whenever you make anything, do you ever make a layout? Like, do you ever draw anything on paper or have a layout in your head and fill things out as you go?
I've thought about it. Usually I just start directly in game, just using like random walls, and
Okay.
just kind of playing around with it until it feels right.
That's
Uh,
normally what I do.
I have thought about
Not for clubs, but
yeah,
for other stuff.
I I have thought about actually like drawing it out on paper. Uh, but I've not done that yet, so we will see if that ever happens.
I gotta be honest with you, this one right here is much better than the other one we were just at. There's a couple things like these banners for
Yeah,
some reason
I
being like
agree.
triple stacked or whatever, and the I'm not sure what this is, like the ice here, but
Oh yeah,
it's
this is just
stuff is really good.
decoration. I don't know.
You even have a tiny little storage room over here.
Yes.
Just for my own sake, were you the one that came up with the stool thing? Because that is one of my favorite
Yeah,
things.
I forget how I came up with it. I think I was just looking at the different items and I'm like, what if I did this? And
Oh,
I got mad because it didn't work at first, but the more I played with it, I finally figured it out. So I don't know.
okay. Um, damn. Like I said, I don't really know if there's anything else to really go through with this, but thank you for your time. This was insightful. I got some ideas. I wrote down some notes. I'm gonna try my best. I don't think I'm gonna be able to match anything to the level of this, and it's probably gonna take me more than one day because I can't sit and work on it for like 6 hours straight or anything like that. And it's definitely going to take me
Right.
many
I
hours
mean,
to get anywhere near as good as this. So, yeah.
I believe in you. You can do it.
Well done, May. Thank you, like I said, for your time and everything. Um,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, is there anything else you want to say before we do close off?
Yes. Subscribe to Skella and also subscribe to me. My channel is Love Sport. So,
Okay, awesome. I'll leave your channel in the description and everything like that. And yeah, that'll
awesome.
have to do it. Uh, thanks again for your time.
All right.
I don't know what to do now.